Hi, folks. How are you all today? So, today we're going to learn about inputs and types of inputs. Okay. So, this is going to be very interesting because input tag is basically the most important tags, I can say, one of the most important tags which we use while creating any web page, right? So, inputs are the most important tags. Not only that, anywhere wherever we need to take some input from the user, we use that only, right? So there are specific types which we can use or which we can create for input tags, right? So there are around 22 types which we can give. Okay, so let's check. First, let's create a web lab project and let's see what are the types and how to go about them. Okay, so today, all these are form elements only because inputs are created in forms only, right? So let's see what exactly we can do. So I'm first creating a form tag. So within the form tag, we can absolutely start off writing all the tags here, right? So first thing, we already have observed few types of inputs, right, which we can create in our sessions also, right? So that a registration form is already created once, and after that also we have updated that registration form with a very good style, right? Now let's see and understand how to create a basic input tag with 22 types, right? So let's see and understand. Okay, so starting off with the text input, always I'm just creating input tag with type text. First thing I wanted to show you is, sorry, here, text. Okay, all right. See, you can see that this is a text input. It accepts text, it accepts numbers, and it accepts special characters also. Okay, so this is a text input, right? Now, I'll just give a break tag. I'll copy this. Yeah. So next one, text input will only take the text as input, right? Now let's see the number input. Okay. Here you can see it is giving this, so you can increase, you can decrease using this, right? So only numbers can be taken as input. I'm just typing some letters here, okay, but it is not actually accepting that. So with the number type, it only accepts numbers. Other than numbers, if you're trying to give any other thing, it will not accept. Okay, so now let's see the next type. Third type is password. Okay, let's just check password. So now you can see if I type something in this, it is actually considering this to be a password type, right? So it is hiding the letters and it is only showing the dots on the input tag. So that's how the password type will work, right? So type text will only accept the text as the input. Type number will only accept the number as the input, and type password will only accept uh, it can accept anything, but however, the type will be of password, right? And then let's see what's next. So I will also show you this tel. For telephone number, we use this one. Okay, so we can actually format this. We can give you attributes also, right? So let's provide the pattern for this. Okay, so the pattern will be like Indian numbers will generally have 10 digits in the phone number, right? So 10 digits means you can first say, let's suppose 0 hyphen 9. Okay, within curly brackets, you can say first there will be three numbers, then a hyphen. Okay, so 0 hyphen 9. Within this, again, three numbers, hyphen. So 0 hyphen 9, four numbers. So what is this pattern is? It's like first I'm gonna type in 1, 2, 3, next 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, this is how it is. So You can't really see the difference over here, but this is the pattern which I am creating basically. Okay, now I will also give the placeholder, so then you will understand 1 2 3 hyphen 4 5 6 hyphen 7 8 9 0. Okay, so this is going to be the pattern which we are giving, right? So that's how this type tell works. You can actually specify the pattern of digits, right? So from 0 to 9 any number can come up. So three digits can be coming up first, then hyphen, then three digits, then hyphen, and then four digits. That's how 10 digits are accepted into that. Okay. Sometimes on the first place we don't get zeros, right? So you can just say 1 to 9 any number can come up, right? Then if I start typing 0, so it, yeah, it should actually not accept this. When you create a submit button, when you're submitting it, then you will see the error. Okay. Now, so now let's see what is the next type. Now, type text we saw, number we saw, password, and telephone number we saw, right? So let's check out the date type. Sometimes for date of birth we need date type, right? So you can see it is giving the calendar icon to choose the date basically. Okay, so this is how it works. And then date type is actually giving you the date format thing, right? So then we also have another thing called as date time local. Okay, so what does this date time do is it will actually give you the date and time selection part, right? So when I click on it, you can choose the date and you can also choose the time basically. Okay, so anytime in a 24-hour clock you can just choose that. Okay, so if you just click on today, it is giving you today's date, right? And time, it is up to you. You can choose any time. It's like that, clear. Okay. So this is how it is, right? Date time local will be giving you the date time or local time basically. Okay. So no time zones are there over here, right? Only the date and time. Okay. So the current time. Then we also have similar kind of a thing, which is month. So month basically will give you an option to choose month and year. Okay. Let's suppose I want to just say July 2021. You can just choose like that. Okay. So month will be for taking the month as the input, right? Then we also have week. Okay. So let's write week. You will see that it is showing which week it is. So totally in any year we will be having 54, so 52 weeks, right? So the last 52 week of 2022, it's like that. Okay. So if sometimes if you need any week as the input, then you can actually get this one. Okay. Use the type week, and all these types are basically used because they tell your browser that this input is of that type, so it is more specific to your browser, right? So that's why. Okay, so if you're using appropriate types, right, that is very beneficial for the browser to understand what exactly you're trying to create or trying to tell your computer basically. Okay, so now then we have time also. Okay, so it is actually only giving you the time part, right? So you can choose any time. Okay, this is also one another type of the input, right? Next we also have range. Okay, so when I say range, that means from range of numbers if you want to take as input, right? So see, it is giving you a slider, right? So this is the range thing. You can also specify min and max. So minimum value, let's suppose 10. Okay, and then maximum value, let's suppose 100. So from this you can actually choose. Okay, so you can specify the range, right? So this is the range of numbers. Then so we totally understood about text, number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So we understood 10 types, right? Type text, only it will consider the text as the input. Type number, only numbers as the input we can give. Password is the password type, so it gives dots when you type something. Then tell, you can actually provide a pattern for the numbers, and then type date will actually give you a chance to choose the date from the calendar. It will give that calendar icon basically here, right? And then type month will actually have the month as the thing, and year also you can choose with that. Okay. Date time local, you can choose both date and time together. Week, you can choose the number of the week, like is it 40th week, 51st week, 52nd week, what is it. And then with time you can only choose the time. With range you can actually use the slider basically, right? So it's like the slider kind of a thing. Okay. So now we totally have seen 10 types. Now let's see the 11th type. Okay. So I'm just giving email. So what does this email type tell your browser is? It will be telling that you have to enter like at the rate symbol. Along with that, you also have to give .com, right? So in some mobiles it will automatically give that .com button below. Okay, when you're using this input, because the browser knows that you have to do this, like this is a email type box, so that's why. Okay, so all these types are mostly giving the information for your browser that this is of this type which they're gonna type, which user is gonna type. Okay, so now let's see the 12th type, right? So after email, we have search, type search also. Okay. Search is usually like another text input box only, but there is a very small difference that you will get this kind of a cross icon to cross it. Okay. So this is the search type, right? Like the Google search engine is a search bar, no? So for that search box, you can actually use this kind of type search, right? So that they can search something, and the next type will be color. Okay, so I'm just giving color, and you can see we can actually choose the color. It is giving you the color picker basically, right? So this is the color type. You can choose any color. So this is the color input. Okay, then next thing. So next we'll write checkbox. Checkbox we have seen in the registration form also, like the this kind of a thing, checking, unchecking thing, right? And then we already know about radio buttons, right? So we can actually create radio inputs also. So this is a radio button, right? So this thing is there. And then you can also create file input basically. Okay, so let's say file input. That will give you an option to choose something. So see, it is giving you choose file and all. So it will open up the thing. When you click on something, it will be chosen, and it just chooses that artist hoc.png it is saying, right? So this I have chosen. Okay. So that is the file type. And then you can also specify what type of files are taken in this input. Okay, so you can specify that file type also here with the attribute. Then next we have hidden type. So if you are creating hidden type input, right? Let's suppose you have something which have to be entered in your database, right? But your user should not be able to see it, and he should not be able to change it, let's suppose. Then you can say you can create input with type hidden so that it will be hidden from your user, but that value or that input data will be given to your database. Okay, so for functionalities, we actually use this one. Like, let's suppose you are the 10th user. If if the database have to be getting that 10 as the number, right? So then we can actually use this kind of a thing input. Okay, and then we can also create image type input, right? So image. So this is like if you have a submit button as image, right? Like sometimes we will not have a button named as submit. We will be having arrows, or some images will be there as the enter buttons, right? So such kind of a thing is image. Okay. So you can place an image and it detects the coordinates when you click on it. So the coordinates will be detected, and it just submits the information. Okay, that is the type input basically. You will be writing the source attribute inside this src, and you'll specify the image name here. Okay, whatever the image name you're using, you can actually use it in the src, right? So without the image, it will actually show this kind of a submit button with the image button. Okay, so type image is for image buttons. And then we also have the type called as reset. So this is a reset button. It will reset every value. So if you have any default values inside this, right? So it will be resetting to that value, but I do not have anything. So it is just resetting it to the default values like empty boxes. Okay. Reset button is to reset everything to their first initial values. Okay. And then we also have URL type, URL. So here, if I just say this and leave it, right? So when you click on, see it is showing, please enter a URL, right? So it should be URL type only, then it will consider that thing like HTTPS. So such kind of a URL should be there, okay? And then we have button type also. So let's just write button type. And for button type, you also have to give value. If not, whatever you're trying to see, it will not be shown. See, I'm just creating a button, okay, clickable component basically. And lastly, we have submit button also. What just happened? So this is submit button, okay. You can see that if I'm just writing the type as submit, it is automatically creating the submit button, okay. So it will have moved, edited, or deleted. This is saying this because we did not give any form action attribute here, right? So that's why it just says that. Okay. So all these are the types of inputs which you can actually create, right? So first thing is text input, which only accepts text as the input. Then you have number, only number is accepted here. Password is the password type. Tell, you can actually give the pattern and tell your browser that this is like a phone number kind of a thing which I am taking, or any other thing. You can give placeholder for a better understanding also. Then you have date type, date time, local, month, week, time, range. Okay, all like from date till time, all these are related to one single thing only, right? Like date and time basically. Okay, that concept. And then we have range for the slider thing. Then email is there, email type, search type is there, color type is there to take the color input. So it is giving you the option to choose from the color picker. Then checkbox type is there, radio button type is there, file is there to choose the file, hidden to hide that box. Here you can see it is hidden, but there is something there. Then you have image also, image button. Then you can actually create a reset button. You can create a URL type thing, right? So button type to create a normal button, submit button. Okay, we have all these things. So I hope all the 22 types are covered here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, totally 22 inputs are there. I mean, input types are there. Okay, so I hope you understood each and every input type now, and it's clear when to use, where to use, and how to use, right? So all these are the types of inputs which we can create using HTML. Okay. So definitely you can style them like you want using CSS, right? However, we are not discussing about the style part today over here, because we've already discussed how to style your elements in your previous sessions also. Okay. If you have not been watching all my videos yet, please do go back to my channel and watch them so that you have a better understanding of what exactly I'm talking about, right? Not only that, you'll easily understand every concept because in this way they're very easily put into place, right? and you will be easily understanding what exactly I'm trying to convey also, because I'll be doing everything, and I'll be showing everything practically like this, right? So this is how I do. And yeah, this was all about our today's session, and I hope you really understood all these types. They're very easy, and they're pretty much self-explanatory basically, right? But you have to know what are the 22 types of inputs you have, so that's why we actually discussed about that in today's session. Okay, any questions or concerns, you can comment in the comment section below. I'm always ready to help you all guys out there. Okay, so yeah, this was all about our today's session. Till my next session, you know what you have to do. You just have to watch all my videos in sequence. Okay. So yeah, I'll be meeting you guys in the next session. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, Folks Hub. I'll be meeting you all in the next session. Bye bye, guys. Have a great day, all. Thank you so much.